Alright, DBS community, welcome back to another video with Chris, and today another segment of our deck building archive series where we're going to go through and just start making all of these leaders and just attempting to make them as viable as possible, whether they're already viable, just switching some stuff up, or just taking a new. So today I wanted to go over one of my favorite leaders that just hasn't really gotten a lot of play in a while, and I think people just forgot about it. Also, I just don't know how, people just, they want to play new stuff, right? It's going to be Bonds of Friendship Son Goku, aka Kidku. This is the boy. This deck here ran a format. It also came back as sort of a weird red aggro deck. But this entire deck is like the concept of using the balls to, be able to draw. And you can kind of swing whenever you want to, because you don't actually draw when you attack, right? So there's a lot of utility in this particular deck, and it's gotten some expansion support and anniversary support, things like that. But we're gonna try and make this competitive. We're trying to make this deck competitive right now and viable in the current format. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Let me know if you guys like the content. If you guys do, leave me down a comment, hit the like button. When any of these videos pass 500 views, I will pick someone's response down in the comments if they want me to build a particular deck, whether it's black or, anything else. But I'll add it to my list of videos that we'll end up doing here on the channel. So on this side here, if there is a skillless battle card in your drop area, you can activate this awakened skill when you have 6 life or less, which is very good. Activate main. Once per turn, you reveal a ball from your hand, you draw one, and this card gains 5k for the duration of the turn, essentially just allowing you to draw a card on turn 0, so if you go first, right? Now, when you do awaken, you restand 1, draw 1, and you can also awaken at 4 life or less if you decide to awaken then as well. On this side, you reveal a ball from your hand, you draw 2, and you discard 1 card from your hand. And then auto, when you combo with a skillless, that card gets 5k combo for the duration of the turn. Combo power for the duration of the turn. So it's not an activate main, it automatically triggers. So you can't do anything about it. So obviously the first things we need to start with is going to be the 4-star ball. We're going to run 5 4-star ball. That's kind of the amount that you want to run, between 5 and 6. And this is obviously the card that you play with the deck. This card also gives your leader or battle card 5k for the duration of the battle. It's kind of like a Senzu Bean, or like not a Senzu Bean, but just a 5k combo power. But if that card is also a skillless, you also gave you get an additional 5k combo power for that as well. So it's pretty cool. And then the other card is going to be Son Goku. The Adventure Begins, which is going to be this guy right here. Obviously, we're going to do the SPR art, wherever that is. Yep, we're going to use this guy here. And this guy, you can grab back a 4-star ball from the deck or drop area, add it back to your hand. And then for 2, you can play a skillless battle card that costs a 3 or less from your deck or drop area, and then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So we're going to do 4 of those, obviously, to kind of give us our ball engine now. And the idea is that you have 9 1-drop plays, or turn 1 or turn 0 plays you can do to find a ball. And you just need to find a ball at some point. The ball is great. Early, being able to pitch a ball, use it in a combo and then grab it back with the Goku and then reveal it and draw the card. It's just very powerful. You're gaining so much advantage with using that. Now, this card here, obviously, probably the best unison for the deck. The deck is always kind of suited around being sort of a weird aggro deck. So we're going to use the Saiyan's unison. We potentially may add another unison as well, but this one we're going to add first. +1, you give this card and all your skills battle cards 5k, or activate main for -1. You play 2 skills battle cards from your deck or drop area, 1 cost, or -2, you shuffle 2 battle cards, skills battle cards from your drop area into your deck, and you draw 2. So it's got a lot of utility, So we're just going to throw in 4 of those for now, and then obviously we're going to do Son Goku and Vegeta. Now, I do want to see if there is there a Trunks skillless? There is, but it's not, actually could work, right? No, we don't need the Trunks skillless. Doesn't make any sense. So we'll do Goku. Obviously, we'll use the Goku. And then we're going to use the Vegeta. So 8 probably seems like the correct amount. And then we'll cut some off if we need to later. And then probably one of the 20Ks. So we'll probably just bump this down to 3. 120K, because I believe the Son Goku is a 30K, but it doesn't have any combo power, right? So I don't know why we would run that one since it doesn't have any combo power. I think I actually passed it. It's on the bottom, right? Yeah, this guy. So no combo power. I don't know why they do that. I think it's really weird not giving the card combo power. All right, so we have our skills package there. Now we have some other cards we can add. Obviously, there's the other expansion guy, which is the Android 8 and Goku card, wherever that is. This guy, yeah, Android 8 and Son Goku, Bonds of Battle. This card and a Skillless Battle card. So this and Skillless Battle cards can be comboed in rest mode. But if you combo this first, then it loses the permanent. Obviously, you want to combo with all the other cards. If your leader is a Goku Childhood card is played, you add up to 1 card from your life, and then you play 2 Skillless Battle cards from your deck or drop area with 1 cost, with 10k. So this just allows you to essentially just put on more aggro. Also allows you to get to 6 life. Sometimes that's actually a little bit difficult to do because of just how much like early game defense you have. So we'll just include 4 for now, just so we have the amounts in there. And then we'll get the obviously the proper card out of the way, which is going to be Thwarting. Obviously, you're going to run Thwarting. We'll do the we'll do this guy here. So Thwarting, obviously, you're going to run this because we're going to put the cards in the warp. And then potentially, you're probably just going to throw in 2 of the big guys too, just because this card is actually absolutely massive as well. Now, for some other stuff, so we have these skillless guys, right? We want to be able to do some other things with him too, right? So we need some Overwhelm. Definitely need some Overwhelm. And let's do, I gotta actually turn on this for the skill type, and we'll do Overwhelm. And we'll just do Dark Overwhelm as well, just so you can see what our options will be. Just because you want to be able to apply, a decent amount of pressure throughout the game. And, obviously playing these Overwhelm guys, potentially the free cost, the free 99, those are going to be the best ones. So we have 2 options here for like really good Overwhelms. You have this guy here, this Trunks. He's a Overwhelm 4. When this card's played, you draw 1, and now it becomes a 25k. So we'll tack that in there. Vegeta, Ravager, it's good, but we're not a wormhole deck, so using crit. I'm using this guy, and then he can burst 3 more. It's really, really cool, but it just doesn't really grant us a lot of value because we're not overwhelming anymore. It's really good in other decks, but not in this particular one. Obviously, we have the time regulator. This is probably the best one. You draw 2, warp 1, so we'll tack that guy in there as well. See if we have any other good options for Overwhelms in the main deck. I'm not really seeing any here. This card would be good if we can use it, but unfortunately we need to be an Android or a Toa. It's probably what's gonna have to be, I think, for the main deck. We could potentially do Man on a Mission. We'll throw Man on a Mission in there for now, just to see if we can find anything better. Beyond All Limits, obviously, we're gonna add. I think Beyond All Limits is gonna be a good one. We want to find ways to... Actually, Bardock may be the play. Bardock may be a good one as well. Oh, where's the draft box Trunks Overwhelm? That card actually may be good. It's not that one. Is it? No. Now, this one's actually not bad. We can play out the 2 costs from our deck. Yep, play the 2 costs out from the deck, but it's only from the deck, so you have to run multiple, just in case we draw 1. Where is that Trunks? This guy. Dimension Sniper. Free Overwhelm. Play it, you warp something 3 or less. It's potential. We'll add it in there. And then Desperate Onslaught Bardock. This is the card that we'll probably start to see more play in competitive. It's kind of like a new ruler, essentially, for black. So when you play this, your opponent may not combo with battle cards in their battle area or activate a blocker for the duration of the battle when this card is in when this card attacks. So if they have a token negate out, you play this, you swing, they can't token negate. They can't actually combo the token negate off if their token has, you know, combo power. They can't combo stuff from the battle area. It's a pretty cool card, and it's a 20k crit. So then you can just stack a bunch of stuff on top of it. And if you attack on the Champa, this is a 30k double strike crit. It's pretty powerful. That can't be blocked. So definitely has some playability there. We'll tack one of those in for now. We'll kind of make up our mind. That's not good. The rest of these just don't really fit too much. We'll add 2 Beyond All Limits. All right, we're not going to be doing a ton of overwhelming, but we do want the options of what we can do here. So we got a bunch of overwhelms that we'll end up picking from here. But we're going to go back into the archives here and grab some other Saiyan cards that we can play. Because that's obviously the big part of this deck. Let's see what we got here. Power Burst is definitely going to be a good card, allowing us to get back our Gokus. Black Mask Saiyan may be a good option. We'll add that in there for now. Yes, Super Saiyan got Trunks. So let's do Super Saiyan got Trunks. Yeah, this guy here. So this guy is definitely going to be a 3 of, I think, at the minimum. The card's really solid. And then we're going to do some other things here. So obviously, since we're running skillless, best thing to do is to tack on the X-Evolve or the Xeno-Evolve skillless guys, because they are very, very powerful. And we have Prepping for Fusion. There's this, and then there's a Goku, a Vegeta variant as well. When this card is played or it uses a blocker, you play 1 black skills and it costs 1 from your drop or warp in rest mode. Essentially just allowing you to have a another target to build into, which is good. And I don't think there's anything else Goku-wise on here. This guy could potentially be good. We'll toss it in there for now. We may end up getting cut. We have Pass the Power, which is good if you have 2 more skills cards in play, or in your dropper you play it for 2. It's a 25k double strike that plays a skillless and gives it 5k. So it's actually not bad. So we'll add 3 of those. And then we have Saiyan Transcendence. So this card here is really cool. You can't play it until turn 4, but you can X-Evolve on top of any Son Goku GT, not GT, Xeno, and it costs 1. Or I'm sorry, 3 or less, so there's actually a lot of cards you can pick from. And it's a 25k double strike. You also can put back 4 black battle cards from your warp to your drop. We'll do one of those for now. Of course, True Fighting Spirit. And we actually can run this as well, which is the Gogeta Fearless Fusion, so we're going to tack that guy in there as well for now. Now we'll go to the Vegetas. Get on with the Vegetas. Super Combo, definitely going to be the Vegeta Super Combo, of course, as you should play this card. We'll do, probably won't need to include Vegeta True Fighting Spirit in the main deck just because we are running other copies of Vegeta. But we also have SS4 Prepping for Fusion. This is the Vegeta variant of the Goku. And when this card attacks, you add up to 1 black skills card from your deck to your hand. Very, very powerful. This just allows you to, since we're going to cycle stuff back into our deck with the Vegeta Super Combo, we can grab more of the skills guys back. So that's pretty good as well. So now we kind of sit and try to figure out the actual main deck, right? So we got 70 cards here. Obviously, we're not going to be running 70. A lot of these are these middle Overwhelm cards here. So we're definitely going to keep 2 Beyond All Limits just so we can get back our Thwarting if it dies. That's very, very important. We're going to cut Dimensional Support. Probably not the best. Dimension Sniper. It's a good card. Not going to make the cut for now. Men on the Mission. Very powerful. We'll keep it in here for a second. This Desperate Onslaught may be a side deck card. Solitary Guardian and Time Regulator are the other two. Now, where Time Regulator is good is that you can actually put a Vegeta into your, or Vegeta and or Goku into your warp after you draw them, which does give you the ability to then play out your thwarting, right? Or you can actually dump a Trunks or something else to actually get some playability off of it. So we're probably going to do Time Regulator, cut this, and we'll cut this as well. So let's see what else we got in here that we can move around. So this, we can probably cut down to 3. Goku here is 4, that's fine. Black Mask Saiyan will probably end up being a side deck card, so we'll take that out of the main deck for now. Let's see. I don't know if this one's actually gonna make the cut for the main deck. Probably just need to cut it for now. True Fighting Spirit is 3, is fine. You need the 4 super combos, you need those. Vegeta and Goku, the 30Ks, you probably just do 2 of each. Probably get this the best. We want to be around like 54 cards, so we need to cut some more here. So we're gonna cut one of these guys. We'll cut a Goku, go down to 3 each. We are not running a ton of stuff we're gonna put in the drop area to Overwhelm, so we'll probably just cut the Trunks down to 2, do 2, 2, 2. Just cut man on a mission, takes down to 55. Cut Android 8. Takes him to 53. This card's very, very, very impactful. Just being able to warp stuff for less ignoring barrier just gets rid of some of the blocker stuff that we have to deal with in this deck. So I think that's good. Now, for defensive stuff, so we'll do 3 Power Burst. We'll do 2 Support of the Dark Empire. And that's probably going to be the main deck. That's 54 there, right? So, side deck wise, we have some options that we can do. Actually, you know what? I have an idea here. So, we'll do 3 of the Unisons. Because the Unison just ends up getting popped. But let's see if there's any other black Unisons that we would like to run instead or with alongside. Because we also got to add a secret rare to this deck as well. Not really. No. Nothing seems very impactful for this deck. Like Unison, like this card could be potentially good, but it doesn't feel the greatest. We actually can run Paikuhan, which could be an actual option because we can run Supreme Kai of Time. Since we are a Saiyan only leader, we actually can run this broken card. You bottom deck it and you play out a Unison's 15k power with no specific cost. So technically we actually can do that. Actually not a bad idea. Actually could work. But we have, you know, thin deck space here. Since we're here, we'll grab Secret Rare is gonna be Pan. Definitely gonna be Pan here. Get rid of those. Alright, we're back at 54. Back at 54. We got 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. Perfect. Alright, so now side deck wise, we'll do Petrification. 2 of those. Super Kamehameha. Definitely, that actually may just get put in the main deck. And we'll do 2 Koitsukai. That helps us deal with a lot of stuff. I could probably put 1 Super Kamehameha in the main. We're gonna cycle through most of our decks, so we're gonna be able to see it. I don't know why it just didn't pop up at the top. That's weird. All right, so Super Kamehameha. We'll cut down the 2 on the side. I think 3 Petrification may be the best in the main. And that seems like a pretty solid main deck there, right? It's pretty solid. Some more side deck stuff. We have I actually think this could be a pretty interesting combination here. It's using the Figex engine. certain matchups it's not very good, and certain other matchups it's actually pretty fire. So we'll include one of those. Since it's a Saiyan, you know, it's a battle card, we can end up just getting it back off of Beyond All Limits. Not a huge deal. Yeah, this seems pretty solid here. We need a Champa though, so we gotta include a Champa. Champa will definitely. I think it's fine if we're running 56 then, just because Champa's definitely gonna want Champa in this deck. You have a lot of attackers, but not a lot of double strike and things like that. So, let's see what else can we actually cook up here. I don't know. Whoa, is there anything that this deck actually would struggle with? I feel like Crimson Strike actually could be good. This deck actually does have a lot of removal. Two of those would be good. Do a Dragon Slaying Bullet. Shouldn't be bad. Do a Broken Seal. Broken Seal may not be bad. Actually, Bardock. Probably need the 5-drop Overwhelm card. That card actually ends up... So, Tenacious actually, we're going to put Tenacious inside. But where is the other Bardock? Because it should just pop up when I do this. Yeah, Fully Unleashed. This card here. This card actually has some implications in this current format. I think this card's actually really good. Even like it just gives you, like, even if your opponent has just one battle card that's over 6 energy, like whether it's a Cell or a Sin, Gogeta, Goku, you know 8-drop, like if you don't have the ability to remove it with like this, or you don't have a thwarting on board or something like that, it actually could be pretty beneficial here. So we're gonna we'll take out a Tenacious. Yeah, because of red, I don't know if it's actually beneficial to run. I don't know, actually. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, this card, as powerful as this card is, I don't know, they can just target this card and remove it. There's a lot of, like I said, red with spot removal right now is just really good. The card just doesn't really seem to survive. It seems like a pretty interesting side deck here. So like matchups that you would probably struggle with. So green, definitely green with Dormant. But I mean, realistically, you can just, because you have the ability to go into these 6 costs, it's not game breaking. It's honestly not that bad. King Cold isn't really popular right now because the Supremacy Negate just kind of like screws this deck with all of your 1-drop, spam stuff. No, I think it's actually pretty solid. We don't have too much Overwhelm just because we're not going to be going to the Overwhelm a lot. Generally, when we get cards in the drop area, it's probably going to be from one of these Xeno Evolves. So when we're putting these in the Warp, playing out Thwarting, and then that's when they're going to come back. Or if we're using our Trunks to play stuff out, right? Now, we do need to get a lot of cards into the Warp, so we may need to cut down Trunks to 2, and then maybe just bump these up here. We'll bump the 6 cost down, just because we have another 30k Goku. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna sit on here. I think this is actually probably the oh, actually, you know what? No, I forgot to add True Fighting Spirit. That's the card. Yeah, True Fighting Spirit actually will be very beneficial in the side. If you're playing a black Saiyan leader, you should probably run True Fighting Spirits, right? It just seems like the most solid thing you could do. Don't see the type in Fujita. All right, where are we at? True Fighting Spirit. Okay, So, alright, 16. I cut out Magic of Boar, that's 2 energy. I want to use that. And then we'll go up to 2 on that. We don't have a lot of floodgating stuff, but we'll take out a Dragon Slaying Bullet. Yeah. Seems pretty good. I mean, really, it's like realistically, like any deck that's you can probably aggro most decks down very quickly. 15k swing off your leader, 10k swing here, then 2 10k swings here. That's 4 swings turn 1 on your, like, if you're going first, or like attacking first, I should say. Next turn you can play Goku here and swing with 4 or 5 of these cards, and if they don't have a floodgate, they're just taking damage, right? Or you can swing at these and then pop them into one of the prepping for fusions. Again, just very, very powerful there. But really, like green, once you get to, because you're gonna get to turn 4 against a green deck, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get to turn 4. So, but once you slam this card here, unless it's the cell deck, they're not doing anything. Like, this card's just gonna, this card like stops them from wanting to dormant, because they're just wasting cards from their hand at that point. If they dormant when you play this, when you swing at this, or if you're playing a red deck and they violent raise, they're losing 4 cards from their hand essentially. It's just not worth it for them. But they're gonna have to do it unless they want to get hit with 3 swings. So yeah, this is probably good here. And then we have side deck here at the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if there's anything else I would change. See, deck list is, with Saiyan, especially with Saiyan only leaders, there's certain things you have to run. Things like, Fearless Fusion, obviously incredibly powerful. You're running a Saiyan deck, so you want to run cards like this, right? You want to run True Fighting Spirit. So you have slots that are just kind of taken up by those cards, and you can't really fiddle with those too much. You kind of need to run those. So I think this is probably one of the better lists that you'll see for Kidku, right? Just for an all black Kidku deck. There's other variations you can do, but I don't think they have as much success. So you can do like the multicolor stuff, but I don't think it's gonna have as much success as running this here. Now, the one thing you can do, like I said, it is possible, is diving into using this card here. So this card here is very cool. It's a Xeno Evolve for 1 blue or 1 black. You basically pop a any of your Vegeta Xenos that are 3 or less, so your Skillless or your True Fighting Spirit. When this card attacks or your opponent attacks, you burst the top card of your deck, and then if it's a Saiyan, if it's a black Saiyan, you draw a card. It's a 20k body, but you can also charge this turn 1, and then it allows you to add Bean in there. But then you're cutting out other stuff in the deck that seems a little more, everything else in this deck has really good purpose. And if that's the card if you're playing that card, specifically for a check land, and then for Bean, that's 7-8 cards out of your deck that you have to run for that archetype. So once we get at some point we're gonna get a blue black check land. They're gonna do the multi-black check lands at some point, and when you do that, now we can start experimenting with running blue in any of these Saiyan decks, because it's gonna happen at some point. Mark my word. It will happen, probably sooner than you know. So, but this is what I have for the Kidku deck. Like I said, if you guys want a link down below, let me know. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Comment down below on what you guys think of the list, any changes that you would make, things of that nature. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.